The alarm clock is not a sound. It is an ultimatum. It is the beginning of another day spent inside a machine you did not build, serving a purpose you no longer remember choosing. You sit at your desk, and the glow of the screen lights up a face you barely recognize, someone efficient, someone reliable, someone who prides herself on never breaking. She answers every message within the hour. She remembers everyone's birthday. She is, by every visible measure, fine. But underneath, the machine is humming, and you are starting to hear a dissonant note in it. It is the sound of your own life, leaking quietly into spreadsheets and conference calls that vanish the moment they end. You are exhausted, not from the work itself, but from the performance of being fine. Every morning, you put it on like a uniform. Every evening, you take it off in the elevator, alone, and for 3 floors, your face finally rests. You look at your to-do list. You used to think it was a plan. Tonight, for the first time, you let yourself see it for what it actually is. A cage. Not one with bars you can see. A cage made of consensus, the quiet, unspoken agreement you made years ago, without ever signing anything, that this is simply what a successful life looks like. You built it yourself, brick by brick, promotion by promotion, and now you live inside your own architecture, wondering when the walls got so close. Pause. Look closer. This is not a story about quitting your job. This is not a story about toxic positivity, some sudden burst of courage that fixes everything by Friday. This is a story about the quiet, unglamorous work of asking yourself a question you have been avoiding. If tomorrow there was no alarm, no title, no inbox, who would you be? We live in an age that worships total conquest of our circumstances. We are taught that if we just work harder, wake earlier, optimize more ruthlessly, we can bend the world entirely to our will. Elizabeth Holmes believed that too. She built an empire on the conviction that she could bend reality itself, that ambition, applied with enough force, could outrun the truth. It did not save her. It buried her. She is the clearest warning available to us of what happens when ambition loses its anchor in virtue. The Stoics understood something she did not. They understood that you do not, in fact, possess the world. You possess exactly one thing: your own judgment. Everything else, the market, your manager's mood, the industry's obsession with speed, the opinions of people who will forget your name in 5 years, none of it is yours to hold. This is the dichotomy of control. And it is not a comforting slogan. It is a scalpel. You feel the burnout because you have spent years gripping things that were never yours to grip. The pace of the industry, the approval of a boardroom, the silent, exhausting effort of making sure no one is ever disappointed in you, except, of course, yourself. What is truly in your control? Not the deadline, your response to it, not the title on the business card, the person who exists underneath it. Stoicism does not tell you to walk away from ambition. It tells you to walk away from the illusion that ambition, alone, was ever going to make you whole. You are not a machine that simply needs recalibrating. You are the architect, and an architect who has only ever built cages can, if she is honest enough, learn to build something else. Here is the part no one says out loud. The panic you feel when you imagine leaving is not really the fear of failure. It is the fear of becoming obsolete, of walking into a room and having nothing impressive to say when someone asks what you do. You have been conditioned, quietly and for years, to believe your worth is printed on a business card, that without the title, you are simply less. And when you imagine that title disappearing, something in you goes cold, because you're not sure who is standing underneath it. This is not a story about superficial comfort. This is not a story about pretending the fear isn't real. This is a story about naming it precisely, because precision is the only thing that disarms it. The psychological cost of the corporate ladder is not burnout. Burnout is just the symptom. The actual cost is slower, quieter, the gradual erosion of a self that used to exist before all of this started. You traded pieces of your autonomy, one reasonable sounding trade-off at a time, for a feeling of security that was, if you're honest, never guaranteed anyway, and the interest on that debt is your peace of mind. Memento Mori, remember that you will die, is not meant to be morbid. It is meant to be a mirror. If you had 1 year left, would you still be answering emails at 10 at night? Would you still be optimizing a calendar that belongs to someone else's definition of a life well spent? The finitude of your time is not a tragedy. It is leverage. It is the only thing powerful enough to interrupt a system that runs on your compliance. Let that expectation go. Because right now, somewhere underneath the exhaustion, there's a version of you asking a harder question than, can I afford to leave? She's asking, can I afford to stay? Building your own territory is not about burning the ladder down out of spite. It is about finding the quiet, unremarkable courage to step off it, while everyone around you keeps climbing, and not needing them to understand why. This requires a complete shift in how you see the story. You are not losing a career. You are recovering a life that has been on loan to someone else's spreadsheet. You are not failing. You are waking up, slowly, in a room you built and never actually chose to live in. The sanctuary you are looking for was never a location. It is not a beach, not a sabbatical, not a different company with a nicer logo. The sanctuary is the ability to sit alone in a quiet room and be at peace with the person sitting there. The system was never designed to let you rest, because a frantic mind is a compliant mind. A woman who is too busy proving herself has no time left to question what she's proving it for. So here is the question, not for your manager, not for your resume, but for you. What is the one deadline you have been living by, quietly, for years, that you are finally ready to put down? You do not need permission to answer that. You never did.